everyone! I know this is the first time I'm speaking English on this channel. I'm trying it out and I really want everyone to understand this video because it's a competition video. But yeah, I decided to take part in JAZZA's this month's challenge. If you don't know JAZZA, he is an Australian art YouTuber who does these kind of competitions throughout the year. And this month's competition's title was My Oasis. So here's the finished piece I did. It's a witch me here. Witch me. But in a VR world that I would live in. And yeah. This is the thing that I can't really do in real life, but I would love to do. So I have to show you the process of it to prove that I did it myself. So here's the speed paint from this painting. Yeah, let's go watch it, shall we? Here you can see my rough sketch that I transferred on mixed media paper. My camera didn't record the first layer of watercoloring, but you can see it here. I was so eager to start doing this painting, so I couldn't wait for my camera to, get its battery loaded, so that's why it's missing. But here you can see the starting stages, and you got the glimpse of the sketch before I started doing it. I did use a reference picture. I found this beautiful national park photo where I based this My Oasis painting. I didn't copy everything from the reference. Mostly the river placement, the tree placement, and the bridge that is on this left side of the picture where I'm standing as a witch. Otherwise I added cacti, crystals growing from the trees, mermaid and an elk, and everything else I added because that wasn't in the reference picture. For the first layer I used my Winsor and Newton watercolors because it's the easiest way to start a painting for me right now. Kind of do washes on top of everything with the color scheme that you like. So that's why I started with watercolors, but I couldn't really get the pigment that I wanted and I was too scared to use it the way it should have been used. So that's why it's very pale in the first part of this video. Probably my favorite part was making these different textures throughout this piece, like the different plants and different trees and the water texture and the crystals and everything. It was very nice to kind of experiment the way textures work and how you can kind of distinguish everything from each other, but just in a painterly way without any outlines, because this is kind of the first time I've never done like a not outlined work. Yeah. Also, this is the first time that I've done this big of a painting from like a nature way. I had a very difficult time doing everything in as vibrant colors and in the right values, because the reference picture I had like very bright colors in every shade of green, and it was very scary to do that. I don't know if I can explain it the right way, but when you're just too careful of going full on with the colors, and that kind of took more time when I didn't go with the right the For people who do not know what I mean by values, is that I didn't do the dark colors as dark as they should be and the light colors as light as they should be. That kind of gives your eye a place to look at. Yeah, that kind of helps you to look at the picture, so that's a big problem that I had. The next step for me was to start using Copics and my Promarkers that I have. I had a lot of greens. I was pretty surprised about the amount of greens and yellows that I had, but this is the point where I started to do some details and add more vibrancy to the picture, because I kind of have used more my Copics and alcohol-based markers, so I was kind of more brave of adding stuff in this picture with them because I knew how they would work. I really loved the way the light hit in the reference picture, so I tried to kind of portray it in here with using the lightest colors and textures throughout the piece, where you can see kind of where the sun hits in the picture and everything is a little bit darker, kind of trying to make it look like shadows without doing like literal shadows everywhere. So I hope the depth of field kind of comes through that I tried. As I said, this is my first time doing anything this big as a painting, so yeah. I didn't really want you to only focus on me and my character. I know it was the point of this video where you should portray yourself in the world you would love to live in or in virtual reality, but I didn't want me to be the focus of it. I wanted you to see kind of the world I would live in there. So that's why, yeah, I'm on the front part of the picture, but I wanted you to kind of focus everywhere else. Also, I tried to choose a color which wasn't in the picture a lot, so that you would kind of see the contrast of me being there, so you would know that this is the witch living in this woods, but not be the whole focus on this picture. I don't know if it makes any sense. The last step on my mixed media thing is that I usually add wooden pencils, color pencils on top, so it kind of makes it, I can kind of control more of the depth of the everything. I don't know, I love to layer my Copics and my colored pencils a lot. The house was so difficult to do because I've never done any buildings, and now when I had to do it kind of in the background, I didn't know how to do it, like not to make it too detailed, I really wanted it to look like it was just in the background, but kind of failed at that and kind of made it probably too detailed, and I didn't really have any actual idea how I wanted it to look. So it's kind of like a basic house that I found a reference for, but I do like the smoke that I did for it. I decided to do the smoke as turquoise because it's kind of the color that is occurring throughout the piece and kind of carrying you. I hope so, at least that it is. So yeah, it will kind of make you think about that this word indeed is magical. My favorite part was the crystals, because I've never done crystals. I kind of took this tutorial on Instagram where there was kind of coloring guideline how to do crystals or ice, and I really loved the way I did them. I did first like a turquoise layer with wooden pencils, and then I went with white wooden pencil around them and made them kind of glowy. This is the last step I had to make because everything else underneath had to be done. So that's why this is the last thing I'm doing, and it's my favorite part. I layered the white around them to make everything look glowy on the background, and then added some white gel pen to make them like really pop from the picture. I tried to make this picture look like it's an endless summer, because summer is the thing I love the most, because I'm born in summer. But I have this particular memory from childhood when we were on a cottage that we rented in summer. It was warm, but it had like a warm summer breeze, like not cold breeze, just like warm breeze. And we went on a boat on a river that was kind of like this, and it was the most amazing thing I've ever seen. It was kind of magical, and that's what I tried to get on this paper, and I hope I kind of got it through to you. I don't know. But just this warm feeling of happiness is what I tried to do here. So here you go. This is my finished piece for my OASIS competition for JAZZA's March challenge. I really loved it. It was a challenge for me. I really went out of my way to make it difficult for me to kind of learn a lot from this work. And I did learn a lot how everything works together and how to kind of do and not to do landscapes. And I hope to do something else in this universe. Thank you for watching, and I hope you like this work. Please comment down below. But thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!